On today's ChurchTechCast Q&A show, online training, VGA Capture, and importing a Word doc into ProPresenter 5. Hi everyone, and welcome again to another episode of the ChurchTechCast Q&A show. My name is Paul Allen Clifford, and I'm your host, and this is the show where every week I strive to answer your church tech questions. Maybe you've got questions about something that's just really been bugging you for a long time. Maybe this just cropped up like an hour ago. I don't know. I don't care how long it's been bugging you, but maybe I've got the answer, and if I don't, I can find someone that does. In fact, there's a situation in next week's show where I find someone that knows the answer that I just personally don't have to deal with. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop me a line, paul@trinitydigitalmedia.com. Hit me up on Twitter, Paul Allen Cliff, PaulAlanclif. You can leave a comment below the video if you're watching the video on YouTube or on trinitydigitalmedia.com, or head over to trinitydigitalmedia.com/contact. So our first question today comes from, I hope I pronounce his name right, he's from Mexico, David Urigas, something like that. And he asked me on Twitter, Paul, interesting stuff you're sharing. Currently developing a church tech team here in Mexico. Any website where to get insights? And so I asked him, well, when you say church tech, there's a few things that could be. Tell me what you have in mind. And he's talking about, his answer was, planning to develop web and video first. Thanks for answering. So, website-wise, I think I would start with, well, of course, trinitydigitalmedia.com. That kind of goes without saying, and I don't say that just to be self-promotional, but that's kind of my area of expertise is the web and video. If he'd said sound, I'd direct him a different place. Same thing for lights. Those aren't as big an area of expertise for me. So, that's a good place. ChurchMag, ChurchM.ag is a good site for just all things technical and geeky and with the Christian spin. I think of it kind of like the life hacker of the Christian community, where it's not like a site where there's no reason that it should be a Christian-only site. It deals with the stuff that we deal with uniquely in the church. So that is ChurchMag. Church Tech Today is a good one. ChurchSoundCheck.com if you wanted to deal with sound. ChurchTechArts.com. I didn't send him all of these in Twitter because, it's Twitter. But, there are a lot of great resources out there. Talked to Rosa on a Skype call. We're part of a video users group that met on Platform University, which is Michael Hyatt's site. If you haven't gone there, you really ought to if you're trying to build your platform, get the word out about what you do, things like that. So anyway, Cliff and I met and we had a Skype call, and he asked me, how do you do VGA capture? How do you record a VGA signal? So I did some Googling, because what I would have done is I would have captured it in the computer, but in this situation that wouldn't work because it was various computers with various presenters, so it really needed to be after it left the computer. So as it turns out, if you go to VGACapture.com, which seems obvious in retrospect, VGACapture.com has a list of all sorts of different devices that do exactly that. So you can absolutely go to VGACapture.com, buy the appropriate device, plug it in line, and you're good to go. Another way of doing it is you could convert VGA to DVI or HDMI or even SDI, and then it becomes much easier to capture. So that's another way to do it, but I think these devices that they were showing on VGACapture.com are a good choice, and some of them are fairly inexpensive, so that's something that I would try if I was in his shoes. Next, David Finley 2 on YouTube asked in response to one of my ProPresenter videos, the one where I talk about importing text files as a good way to import songs in ProPresenter. He said, would this procedure work when you only have a Word document of the presenter's outline? Otherwise, I was thinking I would have to recreate her outline in PowerPoint and then import it into ProPresenter. Now that's way too much work. Let me tell you the easy way to do it. Open up the Word document. If you're on a Mac, because there is Office for Mac, you could do Command A. If you're on a PC, it's Control A. That should select all the text. Now do Command C or Control C to copy all the text. Now open the cheapest, lowest feature text editor you have on your machine. WordPad is probably too high-end for what I'm thinking. Notepad is probably what you want. If that's still available in Windows 8, I don't even know if it is. And I don't know if you're using Windows 8. But if you're not, you can use like a text editor like you would do coding in, like Coda or Cod, or what's the other one? Atom. Had some good luck with Atom recently, and just paste that bad boy into there. Now save that as a text file. So basically it's open, copy, or select all, copy, paste into a text file, give it a name you can remember, save it somewhere where you can remember, make sure you save it as plain text, and import that into ProPresenter, and you should be good to go from there on. So that's exactly what I would do in your situation. So how about you? Do you have any questions or comments that you'd like to share with the show? Don't forget to head over to trinitydigitalmedia.com/contact. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ask your questions below the video. Any of those things are perfectly fine. The best way that you can help the show is by sharing this with other people and saying, hey, I found this useful resource. That's really super helpful. Next best thing, leave a review in iTunes. I've got all the links over at trinitydigitalmedia.com/iTunes reviews. Or you can subscribe to the show. In fact, if you haven't subscribed, I'm really not quite sure why, because it's free and you get all the content delivered automatically. So you can do that either on YouTube, where I think that they just alert you. You can do that on YouTube, or you can do that by going to trinitydigitalmedia.com/subscribe, of course, and there you can subscribe in either iTunes or whatever podcatcher you like, including Dogcast, Instacast, just all those. So I really don't care how you subscribe. I just think, personally, if you got the choice between, I got to remember now, have I watched ChurchTechCast Q&A show this week or not? Wouldn't it be better if it was already on your phone, or if it was already on your computer and you could go, oh yeah, as I could tell, I've already got it and I've watched it. So go right ahead and do that. I hope that helps you in your quest to go out and change eternity. Until next time, this is Paul Allen Clifford with TrinityDigitalMedia.com.